I'm about to blow. I gotta stay on my hustle, you know that I'm grinding for sure. I came up right from the bottom, now they see me chasing my goals. Now they see me on the go, yeah. Now they see me on the road. It's time to hustle, yeah, it's time to grow. I'ma shoot for the stars and we aim for the gold. It's time to hustle, yeah, it's time to grow.
Kia ora, welcome back to Hustlers. I'm your host, Loss. We've got Beb and Bobz on today, the newest members of 138. What's up, boys?
True. What up, what up?
Make a quick shout out to our sponsor before we start. Keep the Change, our financial literacy newsletter. He's got a hissing thing called Money Mail, so you can click the link in the description and sign up to it. You get a newsletter every week learning about how to spend your money, how to use your money. It's something that's not talked about a lot, and it's a good lad in his 30s, Luke Kimmies, who's teaching everyone about how to use their money. So click the link in the description, sign up to Money Mail. It's free. I'm going to quickly introduce the boys, the new boys on the block. You'd sort of recognise probably Beb, Rupena Parkinson. He's sort of been, I guess, our face, eh?
Well, I wouldn't say face, but
pretty much, bro. What about talk about that time at R&V when the dude came up to you?
Oh Jesus! well, this was early days, and it was my first time being like, someone was like, "Hey, do you do the 138 stuff?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I think old Big Rum was with me, and he was like, "Him to take a photo." I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
Probably heard that story about 100 times.
So, Beb's 23. We're all 23 pretty much that are jumping on board. It's Barkalani. He's a little bit younger, but Bobz, you won't know Dyvontae. He's a nobody.
You actually will.
But we're pretty much going to turn him into something special. You sort of introduce yourself?
Yeah, as I said, Dyvontae, also known as Bobz. I'd prefer to be called that. No,
that's something we've got to talk about too, I think.
What?
Is like those are going to be the names that we use, and like yours looks like Bobz, and people are going to think that, but it's Bobz. So, and Beb.
Yeah. Well,
Beb,
it's funny
Bobz.
with me. Like a lot of people like actually know me as Beb more than Rupena. Like I don't know. It's more like my family that call me Rupena, but like a lot of like I don't know mates, and I've had people that like have called me Beb for ages, didn't even realise my name was.
Yeah.
Like especially down in like up at school and down in Nelson and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen you a few times introduce yourself as Beb.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
what's up,
I
I'm
do.
Beb.
Based on how formal, informal the situation is, like if I'm in like quite a formal setting, like I'll use Rupena, but if it's quite casual, like
at a party or something.
Oh well, not. I don't know, like anywhere, like just more often than not, I'd probably use Beb. I don't know, it's just something that'll just be more. I don't know.
And what about how that came about?
Yeah, well, that was. I don't actually know. Well, I've heard a few different stories, but it was like pretty much that's what I used to introduce myself to people when I was younger or something. When I was, I don't know, like first starting to talk and all that shit. Probably like 3-ish, 4. And then my parents was
Beba, eh? Sort of.
Beba, yeah.
Kind of,
and then it's just sort of, changed into Beb. And then, no, it's just stuck, yeah.
How about Boboy? How do we get that?
Bro, I've honestly met a lot of like Māori boys and men who have also had the nickname Boboy.
Why? What is it? What's Boboy?
I couldn't even tell you. Like,
bro, when I first met you, I thought it was Ball Boy.
Like ball.
Yeah, because you're always on the bench and.
Or you always like big balls or something.
Oh, big balls. That ain't a lie either. But
I didn't quite like them.
Boboy, I don't know, but like Boboy just turned into Bobz, and like Bobz just stuck. Mainly with my family, like all my family, close friends will call me Bobz. But like, like how Beb introduces himself as Beb, I've started to do that like when I'm meeting the boys, like meeting like, your friends of friends and all that.
You say Boboy or?
Nah, just Bobz, because nobody calls me Dyvontae, so Bobz is just, Yeah.
or the gyno.
The gyno. Oh.
The gyno will come out later,
Yeah,
I think.
That's a ripper of a story, that one.
We sort of talked about like why we're, how this has come about, but we haven't talked heaps about it. Like based off, I guess what we've already discussed. What do you sort of see this being like? You know, because we've had, you know, we've talked a lot, but it's been in a short period of time. You coming into this, what do you see this as being?
Oh, just basically an opportunity, like not only for myself, but I feel like I could also help 138 in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like with what I'm doing at the moment, the Old Punters Club. Oh, can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we're up to 300 people already within like.
It's not even 48 hours.
Yeah, it's like not even 2 days, and 300 people already in there. People posting like constantly.
Yeah.
We've even had a few like big winners, I can't remember who was it, but like
Paradise Punter.
Yeah, he was tipping some beauties, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just starting this to like, cause you know all the boys in New Zealand like love punting, like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So that's kind of what made me get the idea of this whole Punters Club, like seeing how well like, you know, people overseas, like in America, I'm in a few punting clubs, and
Yeah.
over in Australia, we're in a few, and I was like, fuck, there's not that many like punting clubs in New Zealand.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anyone doing it how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. That was my.
You know, you get like the main one probably that comes to my head is Boys Get Paid, which is, by the way, Luke Kimmy's who's sponsoring this podcast.
Oh, that's out the gate.
Yeah, so he
Need to
started.
link up, bro.
Yeah, so he started Boys Get Paid, but it's more of a syndicate. So it is the same thing in a sense where they jump on the Facebook group and everyone throws tips, but it's more so a thing where people chuck money in and then like they have all this money. Like I think the other day they had like almost 300. Don't quote me on this, but I think they almost had 300 grand put in from people, and they were punting shit. Yeah, so they were putting like 50,000 on a horse to win and like all this sort of shit, bro. It's massive.
Wow.
Yeah. What
and
they're
then
doing.
what? The Boys Get Paid, like people, whoever runs it.
Split it back to everyone that. So they have a link with, which is what we want to get to eventually. They have a link with TAB, where they actually were selling your buy-in, I guess, at $1.01 on the TAB. You bought your buy-in on TAB, so you bought Boys Get Paid shares, and I bought 50 of them, so $50, and then if they doubled their money, I would have got 100 back. So he doesn't actually take anything from that. He just does it for fun because he loves punting and he's grown up loving horse racing and punting and stuff like that, and he just does it so the boys can get around it, have a good time, bet big.
Yeah, that's gross, bro.
Yeah, so that's essentially where it's going. But like, yeah, what we're gonna store a little bit differently, I think, and the ideas are gonna get better and better and better. Yeah. Like we're just at the start of it. I think like the different shows that we can do. You're not just gonna be Bobz the Punter. You're gonna be other things as well.
Oh, I know Beb's excited for the next one, bro. I know he is.
What do you think, Beb? What do you think this is?
Yeah, well, just for me personally, like, like Bob said, it's a mean opportunity for us to actually, well, I don't know, speak for myself, like to put myself out there a bit more, because I get quite comfortable just being like, behind the, don't really like being like the center of attention sort of dude, or like not being like, putting myself out there, but like it's, like a lot of people say, like the shy Māori boy in the back of the room gets left behind,
It's kind of even like doing this podcast, it's a bit out there for us. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Or are you quite like...
No, I'm all good with this, but it's just more like the whole... Not so comfortable with the whole camera and that sort of thing, but like just getting... but just like getting used to that, like, can open a few doors, which would...
I think you'll look back at when you start doing stuff to, like, like I look at like the first stuff I did.
Like anything, it's just about getting started. Like,
100%.
Yeah. because I could be like, oh, I could just do this myself, but I'll fucking never do it myself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But that's why, like, with you, like, you know, putting the hand out and shit, it's been, it's
been
awesome.
pretty good.
Yeah, because it's like, I could be like, oh, no, it's all good. I'll do it. Like, just do it myself, like, build myself. But I won't fucking do that.
I think the beauty of it too is that now that we've actually got a platform to build it on. So like
I heard.
Like you talk about rugby players, people talk about rugby players having I guess this platform to build a personal profile on while people care about them. People follow them because they're the heroes, they watch them on TV. That makes it easier for them to grow something because they have a platform to do it on. So
do you know what made me think about that today? I was have you seen Damien and Albie's grins thing they're doing at the moment?
Their drink.
Their drink?
Yeah,
you seen that?
yeah.
Damien, what?
Mackenzie.
D-Mac.
Yeah.
And who?
Leonard Brown, Anton Leonard Brown.
Oh, actually.
And then somebody else.
And Beaver. So they're doing a I don't know if it's a vodka soda or whatever, but it's a drink.
Yeah.
But it's almost like they're like, if any other cunts put that out, it's like, oh well, I don't fucking care about that drink, you know. But because they're like well known, like making most of their name,
Exactly.
it's quite onto it because it's what they've already. I was looking at their Instagram today; they're already like up quite a bit. So it'll be probably like a go-to summer drink, I reckon.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Grins.
Like what's the drink itself?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
Beer
I
or
don't know either.
No. It's in the cans.
oh, like a
know,
RTD or something
Something like that.
seltzer or
But
something.
yeah, but it's an example of like those fellas like using their platform to like.
Well, you know who's killing it like that? You seen any of Kalen Ponga's stuff?
Oh, fully, bro.
Yeah, bro. So he's like he started an alcohol brand. He started a coffee, ready to drink coffee brand.
True.
Like, yeah, he's starting all the shit. He started a podcast where they're selling ad spaces, stuff like that.
Like coffee in a can, G. Like Kalen Pong as well.
Like Boss, you know. Have you seen
Oh
Boss?
yeah.
That's
like that.
what he's kind of done.
True.
Just using it while he can, and like, why wouldn't you? You got, I don't know, but I think, so went on a tangent, but like being able to have like a platform to start is going to help you, but it's also going to help me, and it's going to help the business. I keep saying this, and I keep saying it to Sharon, because Sharon was the first guy I brought on outside of me. It's been me doing this by myself for like 2 years. He needs to remember that like 138 is not me, and the 138 is a business, and it's its own sort of thing. It's its own entity, so to speak, and we're all in it now to grow this brand so it can grow us. Like the more we put into that, the more it'll give out to us, because the more this grows, the more our following grows and things like that. So like, for example, your punting club, like I said to you today on the phone, you'll build this loyal following of people that are going to follow and throw punts, and you got guys throwing lollipop emojis on other people's comments or commenting on other people's posts already. Like, bro, 48 hours, that's going to be a very good. People are fucking tagging us in posts on Instagram with a lollipop emoji.
We haven't even like explained to anyone what the lollipop emoji is.
But people are already clicking onto it. The boys are on the lollipops. Yeah. The boys are on the lollipops. But you'll build this loyal following, and they'll tell their mates, and they'll tell their mates, and they'll tell their mates, and those people in there eventually, a lot of them wouldn't have even known who 138 was, but they joined that group, and then when it comes to the time, you'll just be like, chuck a post on the page, hey boys, like, love your support, like love what we're building here. The boys are dropping clothes over at 138 tonight. If you want to keep seeing this shit going, that's what drives us, so make sure you go and support it. And then get people buying clothes, and then they buy clothes, we make more money, we upgrade our stuff, we can put each other on salaries, and that's how we build it. Beb, do you want to talk about your sort of platform, like what your area of expertise, I guess?
Yeah, well, for me, it's like I'm sort of just going to be showing what I mainly get up to, and like what my sort of passions and hobbies and are. So yeah, just because I do a lot of stuff just personally and through my crew with Dad and Uncle Mud and Patu with the Blood Brothers. So yeah, just I don't know, because I've been doing like a bit of modelling and that for Lost, so it's just more about like showing like everyone else like that that's not all I do, sort of thing. That like I'm into like my fishing and diving like hard out. So yeah, mainly just like showing the crew and showing everyone else that that's what I get up to, and how I do things over with the Blood Brothers and that sort of thing.
So we're both starting podcasts. You nailed that. You think that's going to be your name? You confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to say that too? What your
tell us the
be?
name, bro.
Yeah,
Tell us.
So
why?
So I got it. So my last year down in Nelson with Tasman, and I don't know if the boys still say it down there. I haven't fucking seen them in ages, but everyone used to always say like, "Fuck, that's living. That's living."
Yeah.
Like something. It's almost like something that was mean or something like something that happened that was cool. But fuck, that's living. So I'm gonna be running a podcast based on sort of like lifestyles and the outdoors and that sort of thing, and I'm gonna be calling it That's Living, and then That's Living with Beb. So it's like stuff that's like real awesome, real cool, but also like a lifestyle, so like a living lifestyle sort of thing. So that's where I got the idea from.
So in terms of like guests, what sort of guests like would you be targeting in that area?
Mainly like I'd be real keen to have like Matt Watson on, because he's like he's a fucking Kiwi icon, mate. He's the man.
Yeah.
Like, and then someone like Pity. I still gotta have a yarn to Pity or a message Pity. And another fella, Sam Wild. You guys probably don't know him, but he's he does a lot of filming and photography in the hunting and fishing space, and he's quite onto it, so it'd be quite wicked to get on. But there's a lot of others out there, but yeah, just for starters.
You got any like other ideas on segments and stuff, on other things you could do?
Well, at this stage, just mainly like, so just the podcast, and then just a few videos like here and there, and just showing everyone what it's like to do the old fishing and diving, and maybe a bit of hunting, and just making the most of the outdoors and that. But like most of the hardcore stuff and everything I do over on Blood Brothers, but just to give everyone a taste of what I get up to.
How about you?
Give everyone a show.
What?
Guests and segments and that sort of thing. Any ideas? I guess we've been discussing a few as well.
Yeah. I'm actually planning to reach out to a few known jockeys around, like
James Charles. Oh no.
Oh, sorry, I was actually bringing James Charles in for Beb. Yeah, I've actually snapped him multiple times listening to James Charles in the toilet.
Oh, what about that?
I'm sure, yeah.
What about that time that Court sent him that
photo? Yes. Oh, guys, if I could show you this photo, bro. Holy shit, yous would die.
We'll keep that one off. We'll keep that one for another time.
Yeah, we'll have to grab the screenshots off Court.
That'll definitely be coming out at some point, but we'll keep that for now.
Oh, bro. So I've actually reached out to... Do you know Tommy Berry?
I don't, but I saw that 138 DM'd him.
Yeah. So 138 were really keen to get him on, which helps me out, because Tommy Berry is a jet of a jockey, bro. Like, one of the top-notch jockeys going around.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that he, like, does podcasts, like, jumps on other boys' podcasts and stuff.
Yep.
So that was kind of why I went to him, because he's quite a good person. So he would, like, jockeys would be good to get on, especially because I'm a punting group, like podcast kind of thing.
So you was going to say punting guru.
Yeah, so did I. Fucking rate yourself.
I was like, holy shit, that escalated quickly.
I haven't even tipped a winner yet in the group, bro. It's fucking poor. I've been robbed in the group, but
it's not about you tipping winners.
I know, but
But it will be at some point.
I had like 3 good weeks in a row, and then I start this Punters Club, and it's just been nothing but donuts, bro.
But that's something else that we're gonna be promoting in the page, that we've talked about. That that's punting, and you can't join a punting group and like expect to win everything.
Yeah, expect to win,
because that's not what it is.
Nah,
it's the community you build. It's the the friendships you create, and it's the having good times and events together, and winning on a good time,
Yeah.
on a good chance, but also you lose money in punting.
Like it was great to see how many people were actually like commenting on Paradise Punter's like posts
When he won, when he
when
did
he won.
well,
Yeah, he did well, and the boys got around him, and like I even messaged a few of the boys. Oh, do you know him? They're like, nah, bro, but like
yeah.
he gets up.
Main thing I love already that I'm seeing in that page is that all the people using the lollipops and stuff already, and just like in putting it on each other's posts, like on people they don't know,
Yeah.
and like and there's like not a shortage of posts. I'm like sitting there like, holy shit! Like it's been like what 50 posts already.
I thought I think I saw it on the when I clicked into the page. It was like 50 plus posts since being made,
crazy.
and I was like, Jesus. And then like even people when they are tipping, they're saying like, oh, I'm having a little lick, or I'm gonna have a lick on, which is so unreal. Like
I think that's gonna be something that like I've placed a big emphasis on it, and I've been open about when you guys are picking your names and stuff about this is why, is because it's all about building brand and building culture, and one thing that's very important in that is lingo, and like creating your own lingo that people use. Like something like that's living, and I think that's gonna click on, and people are gonna go, fuck, that's living, you know, and like that's gonna be, people are gonna think like, oh, when you say that's living, it's because you follow the content.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And there's examples of it, all like you know, there's a fucking bad example, but like Nelk boys, and they go, I'm gonna fuck a dirty, like, and people just say that shit, and like now that people say that, like people know where it came from.
What's that skinny black dude? Oh, you know who I'm talking about? He's the funniest
Yeah, I know who you're
dude,
talking
man.
about.
The funniest. Salim.
Salim. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I look at Beb and I just it just cracks me up every time, bro. I'm just like, jeez, this dude looks like Salim, like so bad.
Oh,
How good is it gonna be, like when we do sort of the vlogs and stuff, where you know, we're gonna do like a video where fucking Beb takes us out on the boat, and like we go to Mirror Island.
Oh, get Snapper King on there, mate. I'll buy me a soft bait, maybe get me a rod.
Yeah. We'll have to sort something out this summer, but I know it's fucking always unreal out there. Well, especially the diving. Like,
I think that's a point of difference, because I think that not many people, especially clothing brands, especially streetwear clothing brands, like this isn't hunting and fishing or something like that. This is a streetwear clothing brand. And like we got stuff like hunting and fishing and stuff, and the boys out there, because it's hissing, and like I think it's rare. Like you can't do it in many parts of the world.
Yeah, 100%.
And so like when we go to Mirror Island, bro, like when we went that day, that shit's like a movie scene.
Yeah, it's wicked, bro.
Like explain that day, bro, and like what we went through, because like that's something. Imagine if we had a vlog on that, bro.
Yeah, I know. And I tried, and I've still got to cut a few things up, but it's just I know it's fucking hard. But like so we were with, so it was me, Loss, who came with us, Patu and Kehu. It was just us. Yeah, it was a day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just four
And
of us.
it was so good. So we got out there at about just on dusk, so it was quite early. So we would have left around, I don't know, 4:35ish.
Yeah.
Got there just on sunrise and just getting absolutely smashed by kingies. We were just jigging, and we had about, I don't know, maybe like, we throwing heaps away in the morning.
Probably threw like what 30 back.
Yeah. Well, so we kept like 3 or 4 like good ones.
Yeah.
Then we went into the shallows, and we got we're having a cook up actually. That's right. We're having a cook up.
Yeah.
Was it when he said he was going to bring a feed for the boys, and he brought 2 eggs and a piece of bacon? Was that then?
Nah, it was
Oh,
time.
when you
Don't
said you
you
were
give
going to
me
bring
that
a feed,
bullshit.
and you like brought 2 eggs and what, a piece of bacon?
Nah, I've never done that, G. That's bullshit.
I remember.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that brings the fucking food.
Anyway, Loss is actually Chef Ramsay on the boat. He loves the cook up. Anyway, we're having a cook up, and so Loss was cooking, me and Kehu were eating, and
Standard.
Patu's gone for a dip, and next thing we hear in the distance, like, oi, oi. We're like, oh, what the fuck? Like having a look around. And he's holding up, like we couldn't really tell, but like he was swimming closer and closer. Like, holy fuck, that's a snapper.
Bro, what do you say? He's like, I spared a snapper.
Yeah, spear
We're
a
like,
snapper,
yes,
spear a
the man.
Yeah, like just thinking like a little one, and then he was holding up. We're like, what the?
Bro, he comes closer, pulls it out of the water. And what was it like?
20-pound, bro.
Yeah, 20-pound snapper,
Fucking
massive, bro. It was like
bro.
what 80 or 90 centimeters long or something like that. It was huge. And he just
bro.
goes like this, pulls it up, and we're all just like,
We just start losing it.
That's not a snapper, bro. That's a horse.
Fuck, it was out the gate. And he was in like he was using Dad's like old spear gun as well, and he was in shorts. Like
He just said he got a fright. He like went over the kelp, like
over
he was
the
just,
ledge.
and then he just saw this big thing come out. It was just like, but even like we went diving after that, and we went into those caves, and there were just like hundreds of fish swimming around us, and like that stuff is just like shit you'd see in movies.
Was that in the reservoir?
Nah,
Around
the
me or
reserve.
nah? Oh yeah,
Nah.
the reserve.
Reserve, bro. I don't know what the fuck no reservoir.
You in France, brother? Holy!
Sorry, boys.
Is that in the reservoir?
Is that somewhat a bit much for you, bro? No.
Well,
But
I
that's
am on 6.
And we saw seals and we hammerhead sharks down the bottom.
Yeah, that was wicked. But like, that's the cool thing about me, bro. The viz is always out the gate. Like, it's always wicked. And because like, not
Viz being
visibility.
yeah,
Like
in the water.
in the water. Yeah, and it's always wicked. And I think that's due to it being so isolated out in the water. It's not there's not so much shit running off from the land. You know, like.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
right.
I mean? Like, because that's what causes like rivers and rain and shit running off like, you know, mountains and rivers into the water. That's what causes the water to get all dirty. Bring up soot
true.
and shit.
Yeah, right.
So like, because it's so isolated out there, there's not much. And if it does rain, it goes fucking into it. There's like two or three lakes out.
Oh
on
yeah,
there. So
shit.
like, a lot of it's like real clear and sooted. I don't know what you call it.
yeah. And then what else did we do on the way home? We were pulling up kingies and we were getting smashed by those hammerheads, and Patu jumps in the water with the camera.
What,
Goes
just
right
to
up
go
to
to
them.
sea?
Bro, he goes up to them with the GoPro, like swims up to them.
Fucking balls of steel, that man.
Oh, bro, he does not care. And then on the way home, we see a marlin jumping. We seen
Had to whip a Yui, bro. We'll check some lures out. We're like, holy fuck.
what are those whales called?
Pilot whales.
Pilot whales, like just coming along, dolphins coming along our boat. But it was like we were just sitting there like, what is going on? Potty saw a leatherback turtle in the water, almost the size of the boat, like this big turtle.
So all of this, and where the fuck was my invite?
Where was he? No.
No, I would have been
Acts
like,
like he never
I
gets
would have been
invited.
like so keen to go and didn't get an invite. And now you're telling me the story,
Those
and I'm
ones,
like,
eh?
fuck me.
Oh, babysitting, bro.
Yeah.
Dyvontae didn't get invited because he never comes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding, bro?
He never turns up.
Bro, it's only recently we have been like, it was that time when you first came and you came for the dive, you're like, oh, yo, this is mean. But at the start, it took a bit of fucking pushing, bro. And before that, there was always something else on. But now he's all snapper king, he reckons.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he's single.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd probably be it, bro. Yeah.
No,
Wasn't
bro.
allowed to before that.
I'm not a mouse like you fellas, bro.
Oh, here we go.
I wear the pants everywhere I go.
I think even getting cool stuff in our content, like I was saying today, like just actual day in the life shit, like boys go down and be like, fuck it, let's do like a PB, like let's do a who's got the biggest bench and squat and shit, and just get all that shit on film, get Geordie to oh my God.
Bro, fucking give me 6 months, bro. I've been fucking off training, bro. But I need a warning for that shit, bro.
Who do you reckon we actually got the biggest bench right now between you two?
Oh,
Between
fuck,
me
no
and-
way,
between
not
me and Beb.
I haven't done anything in ages, bro.
Yeah, fair, babe,
Yeah,
fair.
100%.
I'd kill him with my left arm.
What is your max? For one.
185.
Shut the fuck up. What's your max,
185
bro?
pounds.
What's your max?
I actually don't do max, but it would be relatively low. It would honestly be about 100.
Oh my god.
See, I reckon you could beat that. No.
Bro, I've
I'm-
been to the gym and fucking.
What's
ages.
yours when you're
Bobz,
in
bro.
prime?
Bulls, when I was
Prime.
training, bro, I used to rep 115 times, bro.
Wasn't yours like 130 or something? 140?
145.
145, Jesus.
Well, I don't want to hear about it, mate. I want to
Knackers
see
is
it.
almost at that now, eh?
Oh, he probably will be, bro. He's the
He said he's like
fucking
140.
big, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, Neck is fucking living.
He'll-
So that's the other guy that's coming on that isn't here at the moment. Knackers.
Yeah, Neck is, that's the guy, bro.
Nan. He's going to be doing stuff like... He's aspiring, I think, at the moment to be a moko artist, tattoo. So we're going to get some cool content on that. But he also hard down to the gym at the moment and getting bigger.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's going to be doing a segment, Hit the Tin, I think. We're going to end up calling it
Yeah,
that.
Rupena's brother. So quite the opposite of him, really. Loves himself. Loves being in the limelight.
Yeah, true.
Bro, I've actually been with him a couple times, like been out with him, and he goes, "Fuck, bro, can you just take a photo of me?" And I'm like, are you joking, bro? Yeah, and he just looks at me with the fucking straightest face, and I'm like, nah, bro, get somebody else to do it.
You know what I think? Something that like we're going to be quite good at that I think is different to, like, a lot of people say don't go into business with your mates and things like that because shit can turn ugly. I think that coming from a footy background, I reckon it gives us a bit of an advantage, bro, because like we can have hard conversations with each other and not take it personally. You know what I mean? Like in rugby, that's like, that's number one. Like you got to be able to like tell your mate that he's fucking up, tell your mate to pull his head in, and they got to be able to deal with that not personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And that translates to business, just like a whole lot of stuff does, bro. Translates to business. Brutally honest, I think I'm gonna end up having a few conversations with you throughout this.
What about
I just
how
know
well
it's
I'm
gonna come.
doing?
Nah, I just know it's gonna come. There, I'm gonna have to
Bro,
put.
you've fucking put our profits through the roof.
I'm gonna have to. I just know for a fact that it's gonna come to a point where I'm gonna have to pull your head in. Like,
Female followers through the roof.
but it's just like it's just a thing that comes with it. Like you can't have you can't have 5 robots, bro. Like you got to have a good. Oh my god!
Fucking hell, you can reach.
Like
for
you're about to
yourself
get
and
your
say,
first
yeah.
spraying, bro.
Fuck, I needed a beer, bro.
Do you agree or?
What? That I'm going to be the one that gets yelled at all the time.
Not yelled at all the time. It's there'll come a time where I think things are gonna be going really good for you, and you might get out of hand or something. I just know because it's your
100%.
personality,
Yeah, 100%.
and I'll have to put your head in because that's, I guess, my role. But I guess that's all of our roles, like holding each other accountable for shit. Like I said to you guys when you first came in, like we're boys, we're pretty much family, we always will be. But this is my business that I started, and bringing you into it is now yours too. And I don't take that lightly. Like, this is something that, I'm going to pass down to my family, I'm going to pass down to my kids, so I want this to be looked after.
100%.
But I do think that we can all use this to our advantage to grow the boys. We talked about it around Nauk Boys, and like that sort of, not that we're just going to go out and party and get on the piss and old fucking Bobz is going to knock a bottle of vodka
Yeah, bro.
and fall asleep. Probably A&E. But like that sort of vibe where it's the boys, people follow the boys and the vibe, and they sell clothes, buy clothes off the back of it.
100%, bro.
Because like you see those dudes and stuff, like they have rubbish clothes, man, and like, but they sell probably more than a lot of clothing brands do, and it just comes down to brand and community and what they're building.
Well, you've got the main dude. I got Steve will do it. We got Salim. So like, we're fucking, we're looking good, bro.
I didn't even watch those fuckers, bro. I didn't even know who that
Oh,
is.
bro, use your imagination, bro. He looks like a Beetlejuice. Oh wait, what's the dude's name?
Yeah, it's Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
yeah.
he looks like
Who's Beetlejuice?
Oh,
That's pretty rough, though. I don't know about Beetlejuice. That's pretty
Who's
full.
Beetlejuice?
You'll know him if you saw him. He's in a lot of memes.
Look
bro.
in the mirror, bro.
If you want to sponsor the boys' podcasts, Beb's locked up for December. He's already got a sponsor on for December. But Bobz is still looking for one for December, and then moving onwards, we want to lock down some good, decent sponsors long term. So we're not, years type thing, 1 year type thing, or 6 months type thing. And then I think we'll sort of look into like what I talked to you about today, sponsoring segments and stuff. So
Yeah.
say we have a show called Ask the Gyno that we talked about, rough little show, where you're running that with someone. Say it's you and Beb, and you guys are on that show. We sell ad revenue on that, but we also sell ad revenue on your personal podcast. Yeah. We also sell ad revenue on a different show that you do, and a different show that you do. And then like all of that will start piling up, and that's how we'll start making our extra money on that. If that makes sense. Yeah. So if you want to sponsor, hit up sponsor@138.co.nz. We'll get back to you on. That's the other thing is it's got to fit the brand, I guess. And the first thing I was ever taught when it comes to ad spaces and sponsorships is don't sell yourself out for a short dollar. Be true to yourself, so make sure that it aligns with you. It's not something that you wouldn't use or you wouldn't fuck with or you don't agree with, because just fake, and that's not what we are here. And it's pretty easy to see through. Why do you think that our group, our group particularly, has the, like, what do you call it, has the ability to make it?
I just think the passion we have for what like we're doing. Like, I know, like punting's just fun, but I actually am really passionate about it. Like, I just love the punt, bro. And I know and I know with Bev, like, he's really passionate about the shit that he's gonna be doing. So, like, yeah, I just think if you're passionate about something, it really does take you a long way, as long as you have that drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree. But it's not so much about like our own individual fields as much as it could be. But like, it's more about showing everyone that like a group of people don't all just do the same sort of thing. Like we all have our own self-interest, and we all like doing different things, but we all can collaboratively do the same thing at once. You know what I mean? Like, but like outside of this, like we do different things, and we have different interests and different likes, and it's about like showing people that that's what groups are like, but bringing that to life in a, I don't know, video space and a podcast space would be quite cool.
It's not to say no one else is like that, eh?
Yeah,
but
exactly. That's what I mean. Like, there's probably like millions of groups like us, but no one's gonna be like actually showing it
and putting it out there.
There's probably a lot funnier groups than us. There's probably a lot more entertaining groups, but like no one is willing to like put that out there. Yeah.
100%, I agree. What do you think sort of make you come out of your comfort zone? In particular,
I think it's just exactly what I said. Like, it's understanding that there is like a massive potential, a massive opportunity to have a dig at that. Like, because it is something that's sitting there and could be taken advantage of. But I mean, yeah, for so long I've just been keen to just cruise and let things come as it is. But like, yeah, I think especially like in my space, or in the space that I'm keen to target, like within my hunting and fishing and that, like, because there is massive potential to be that sort of like social media type, like public figure-ish person in there. And like, I mean, Matt Watson would be like the almost like pioneer of like the TV sort of thing and that, but like no one else. Like,
yeah, I think that's what you've got on your side. Like, apart from everyone else in the group, everyone's got their sort of area of expertise, I'd call it. The rest of us have a pretty saturated market.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something that could definitely work to your bit. Like, it's going to be harder, but it could definitely work to your advantage.
Yeah, I know. Because I know there's so many reasons why it hasn't been done and why it's hard, because it is. But is not to say it can't be done, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that we got, like, sort of talked to you about Geordie. He's going to be coming on starting in January, and he's going to pretty much follow us around, I guess. So if we go for a day on the boat, he's going to come out on the boat. If we're in the office chopping it up like this, he'll be here getting some content, or just us talking off mic, certain sort of things. And then we're going to put together like a 10-minute vlog every month, and put it out for the world to see. And like, that's going to be like our day in the life, I guess, sort of thing, behind the scenes. And if that goes well, we'll do 2 a month. People are nosy, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
People are nosy. People want to know what people get up to. I always use David Dobrik as an example. Like, as far as I know, and I may be wrong, no one knew who the fuck he was before he started vlogging.
Yeah.
And then he just started vlogging his life, and now look at him. Like,
And so people can get so invested in like stupid and random shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, yeah, like sometimes I find myself watching things and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I've just watched this dude's like 5 20-minute videos. I'm like, not even into this shit, but like, I don't know why I'm watching it. You know,
that happens to me. Like, I've like rewatched David Dobrik's like episode just because I just thought that they would crack it, bro.
yeah. That's a big thing that, and like I said before, like humor's gonna be massive, but like there's gonna be different areas where different people are good at things, and like I know that you're gonna bring a lot of that. Like, that's kind of your thing. You're gonna be the fucking goof of our group because you just naturally talk so much shit. And
shit to some people, bro.
And all the boys, I think all the boys have good chat, and all the boys have good yarns, and like we can sit there and we'll yarn. I always think of it like this. Like, I heard this from Joey Damon. Like, there's nothing funnier than when you sit down with your boys and you're on the piss and you just sit around a table or something and you're just telling like jokes or like telling stories, and it's the funniest shit you could ever be a part of. Like, you know, it's funnier than any movie you could ever watch. That's what, like, we're trying to invite people into. They can be a part of that and, I guess, sell clothes off the back of it. I think there's two things, parts of this, and one is the content, social media aspect inside of it, and then there's the actual product itself. And I think that people always nail one of them, and no one nails both. People do, but you look at people who, like, massive people who are nailing social media, they don't care about the quality of their clothes because they can sell a fucking brick. Like, they can put whatever they want up for sale and that'll sell. And then on the opposite, people are trying to make quality products so they can sell it, but no one marries it up properly. I don't think, anyway. So, what do you think about?
No, I was just about to say, that's what, like, you've done well with this. Well, like, leading into this shit, like, this shit is fucking mean quality, bro. Like, the new shit you got coming is fucking mean.
Yeah, what are your boys' thoughts on the summer kit?
Yeah,
low-key.
So,
Low-key think it's one of the best releases you've had.
bro, let me put it this way, bro. You've come a fucking long way.
yeah. 100%, bro. Holy. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I always say this to, like, people always message about, like, starting clothing brands, and I always say, like, bro, I look back at some of my shit, I'm like, fucking hell.
Oh, we all do, bro. We're all like, oh.
You know what, bro? But I rocked it, bro. You know?
Yeah, you ripped it hard.
Loyalty, bro.
I fucking rocked it, bro.
You loved it.
I got the no.
Especially with beers with the boys, bro. People rocking a few gears, we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, hard. See, I think that name's sort of sticking for that segment I'm talking about.
Oh, beers with the boys.
Fuck, I just like...
It just
rolls off the tongue, bro. It's the only thing that, like, comes to my head when I think of it.
And it's real, bro. It's just fucking the boys.
Beers with the boys.
Yeah, on the piss.
So that's a segment we're talking about doing at some point, where we all just sit down, we chop it up on this couch, we turn the footy on or something, and we just smack beers and talk shit about the game, just like this pretty much. Chuck it on live or something, I reckon. That's something that not a lot of people do, I reckon. And fucking your old man and Uncle Mata, like, nailing it for old buggers, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
They go well, eh? They go well.
Yeah, they do lives, man.
I know, like, they're like the only two that I know that still do like. You know, remember Live came in and then it went out. And like, but those fucking still, and
just
they've done
the
it for
grind,
like
bro.
fuck knows, I don't know, 5-6 years. Like they've been doing lives all the time, and like but Facebook's been fucking dogging them, Like they used
In
to
what
get,
way?
I don't know, bro, but like a lot of people just don't get there because you know how when someone goes live, you get that blah 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 is live now.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't getting that anymore, and it's because like they've been asked to pay for.
That's Facebook, bro.
I think because they have X amount of followers, like you know, the Facebook's been like, oh well, we need something from you now.
Well, the way like Facebook keeps changing its algorithms is what it's called.
Yeah.
And how people can see your page. They change it all the time, and it's because of that. It's because they want.
Because they used to get
money.
like decent amount of like viewers in there, and like recently it's just been going down.
Yeah.
It's like
Bro, I was wondering that because every time they did go live, I did used to get a notification saying like Blood Brothers is live.
yeah. But now,
But I haven't got one for ages.
Yeah, so it's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. They're still doing it, but like
Still grinding, bro. Still hustling.
They need a that's something that I need to get better at is the paid side of things. Once we get to that point, nailing the there's actually a lot. It's an investment, and once you start knowing like what to do and where to invest your money in terms of like paid ads and stuff, you see some return from it, bro.
Yeah. Do you reckon more so Instagram than Facebook?
Different markets,
so.
bro. Different markets. I would always put it like Instagram's like short form stuff, less attention span.
Yeah, 100%.
Facebook's probably more your long form stuff. Like you sit there and watch a Facebook video for 5 minutes, but you won't on Instagram. I don't know why, but
that's probably right. I agree with that.
And it's more Facebook's more salesy. Like you'd see something pop up, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's nice. I'll buy that." Like, whereas Instagram, you kind of just scrolling to look at stuff that's interesting or that kind of catch you or finds you.
That short attention span is so right because like with TikTok, bro, I'm like addicted just because it's like short, sweet videos. Sometimes crack up, sometimes informative, but it's short.
Yeah,
like it's just something you can just scroll through.
Hamster wheel can't take too much, bro.
Yeah, my brain's got to juggle so many other things, bro. So it's like I need the short videos to just.
I was talking to this to Sharon on a podcast before about like we were doing we did that video of you and we dropped it of like the shirts we were bringing out or something not that long ago, and I added like a 2-second like pause at the start of like black with music, and then you just popped up, and I was like to him like I learnt from that I won't do it again, because on Reels you go through and people might not have the sound on or something. They see 2 seconds of black, they think it's buffering, or they think that there's nothing popping up, and they keep going.
Yeah.
They don't even watch the video.
Yeah.
But it's things like that that you learn, and I always like I talked before, like we talked about clothes being shit at the start. Like that's journey, and that's like what people buy into. Like that's why people buy clothes now, because they followed us from the start, and they're like, "Fuck, I'm a part of that now." And like 3 years time, when we're hopefully 5 times as big as we are now, they're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, I follow those boys right when they started and right when it all kicked off."
And like when you show me those DMs, bro, it's so wicked to see that like you've still got those day dot followers and they're still buying everything. Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, those people that keep buying, your return customers, and the people that support your brand, what pay for this office, what pay for us to be here, and what's gonna pay for us to grow, and what pays to keep the business running. Those are the people. So you got to solely focus on how to build how many people there are and how happy they are.
You day ones, bro, don't worry, we see you, bro. We definitely notice.
But it's like, that dude, that Parikura, I give him shout outs all the time now, because he's the only dude in the 2000 club, bro. Man spent over $2,000 of his own money that he's gone and earned, bro, and he spent that on our clothes. Like, I just find that crazy. So
yeah, he's over in Aussie, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Perth. He just found us on Instagram, and he's been rocking it ever since. But yeah, I guess this in a sense is an investment. Like the 138's investing in the boys to grow their personal brands. We're going to be investing in a lot of kits very soon, the cameras and everything. We're going to be investing a lot of time and money into the boys growing their brands, and the boys, you guys are investing your time into it too, into growing the business. So I think it's a pretty cool starting point where we are, and I think if we nail it this summer, we're going to take over, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hard.
Is excited or?
Yeah,
Bro,
fuck you.
fizzing, bro. Just on this Punters Club, bro. Paradise Punter just got up again, bro. Like,
The GOAT.
he's just got up twice. So he got up yesterday, and today already he's hit 2 winners. Like, that's the kind of shit that goes on in our club, bro. Like,
If you haven't joined it, have a look. Facebook page. Go and get on it now. You're going to see Beb's platforms come out in December. You're going to see a podcast come out from Dyvontae. The boys are on. We're starting something special here. Make sure you stay on board and tune in. Thanks for listening. Later.